Explain one way in which the role of civilians was different in the 18th and 19th centuries compared to the 20th and 21st centuries. 4 marks. Here's the mark scheme for this question, which you can find out about in more detail in our overview video. But we do know that 2 marks are awarded for AO2, which is the quality of your comparison. So that means that you need to be analytical rather than generalised. By that we mean you need to explain your thinking, not just stating that there are differences or similarities, but why there are differences or similarities, or the significant differences and similarities. The 2 marks are also awarded for AO1, which is your use of knowledge and understanding to support your judgments. So if you're saying that something's similar or different, then can you draw on the knowledge that you already have to explain why that might be? That feeds into the analysis that we were just talking about. And as we say, the AOs depend on each other, so bringing in evidence of your own knowledge to support your analysis is really key to scoring highly on this question. Here are the bands for this question, which again are explained in more detail in the overview video. But generally speaking, to score highly on this question, your comparison needs to be analytical, so you've explained your thinking clearly, and it needs to draw on evidence from your own knowledge to show that you've got really detailed knowledge of the topic. There are plenty of points you could bring in here, so as long as what you say is relevant and correct, the examiner will award you the marks. But let's take a look at some examples. You could have said that between circa 1700 and circa 1900, civilians had little to no role in warfare because armies were professionalised and wars weren't fought against civilians. However, from 1900 onwards, advances in technology, and you can bring in examples of flight, bombs, mobile warfare, computerised warfare, so on, meant that civilians could now become more involved in warfare. Take a look at the rest of the points here to see if there's anything you could have added to your answer.